Hello. Let's give it a second. All right. I wanted to hop on live because I got something in the mail that I've been waiting for, and I've been talking about and thinking about and researching and all of that good stuff. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like a little unboxing. So if you're watching, just say hello, and if you're watching later, say #replay. If you're new to me, my name is Erin, and I've been a coach, healer, yoga teacher, really for like going on 14 years now. And I've always been really into wellness. I think when I moved to Los Angeles back in like 2006, which is crazy to think, that really started my wellness journey. And definitely in Los Angeles, people eat very healthy there, right? They eat, I worked at a raw food restaurant for a little while. I worked at an Ayurvedic clinic, and that was really when I started getting into cleansing and the power of cleansing your body. I kind of got away from that for a while, and recently, due to fatigue and different things like that I have struggled with over the last few years, I've gotten back into it because I really think cleansing is kind of like, it's like we go change the oil in our car every so many miles. But a lot of times when I talk to people about cleansing, they're like, I don't need to do that. Even my fiance, he's like, my liver does a great job of cleansing me. And it's like, as we get older, and if you have any kind of compromised health in any way, so any autoimmune disorders or, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, anything like that, if your system is compromised in any way, like cleansing is just a really good thing to do. I think it's a good thing for all of us to do at least once a year, maybe twice a year. So anyway, I have been cleansing, whether it was juice cleansing or, back in the day, I do things like that. I've done like a liver cleanse many times, and I just feel so much better after I do. And I've been looking for a new company to work with, to do cleanses with, because, I've hit that age where it's like, I feel like perimenopause. If you're a woman and you're over 35, give me a thumbs up, because you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like perimenopause and, if you have any kind of, like, I've suffered from chronic fatigue for years, it is worlds better, but lately it's kind of started back up again. And I'm just like, I just want to take the best care of myself that I possibly can, right? As I get older, age gracefully, I want to feel better now than I ever felt before. And I eat a pretty clean diet. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but I'd say, mostly pretty healthy. I've started adding in more plant-based recently. So, I eat pretty healthy. I don't drink hardly ever. I don't smoke, any of that kind of stuff. So it's always been a mystery to me as to why my fatigue, I don't want to say my fatigue, but why the fatigue has been there. And obviously, if you've been around my world for a while, I talk a lot about trauma and about how when we're stuck in a flight, fawn, freeze, or fight response in the stress/trauma response states, that depletes our body. It's like putting your body in a position where you're ready to run from a tiger, but there's no tiger there. And it's just like you're constantly kind of in that space. And if you grew up with childhood trauma like I did, if you have an ACE score, an adverse childhood experience score of, I think it's 3 or higher, 4, your increase of autoimmune disorders, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, depression, anxiety, it goes up with each number you add to your ACE score. And if you've never heard of that before, go Google it. You can take the test online, and it's a very simple test, but they've done a lot of study around it, and the people that came up with it really figured out that cancer increases with a higher ACE score. Autoimmune, like I just said, chronic fatigue, all the things I just said. So when I discovered that information, that made a lot of sense to me as to why I had the issues that I did. So now that I'm on the other side of the chronic fatigue, but just kind of lately my sleep has been not great, waking up at like 3 a.m., still feeling good during the day, but just kind of like not where I want to be with my sleep, with my energy levels. Now that I have that information, I'm on the other side of it. It's really about how do I manage stress in my life and manage triggers in my life, right? That, hey, Ari, yeah, like how do we manage the stress? And that's really what I am teaching and coaching and doing the healing work on in my Aligned program. That I have a group that's currently doing that. And we go deep into really understanding our triggers, our patterns, our programs, so that we can unwire that. At the same time, I do believe that food, nutrition, and a bit of supplementation and cleansing is such a great addition really for anybody. But, you know, if you are somebody that's struggling with those chronic health issues, like I was with chronic fatigue. So that's a long story longer to explain why I'm going live today, because I got something new in the mail and I am really excited to share it. And I haven't even opened it yet. So I saved it for this live. And again, if you're watching live, say hi. I always love to see who's here. If you're watching later, say #replay. And if you just popped on, I've been doing cleanses for years, and I've been looking for a company to partner with, work with. Yeah, totally. I would love to come back on your podcast. Looking for people to partner, like a company to partner with, to do more cleansing and that sort of thing. And so that is what we are doing today. So are you ready to see what I got? By the way, there's a bunch of paper behind me. My cats love this stuff. If you're watching on Instagram, you can actually see it's like covered. They were running through it. I came out and Luna was like sleeping in this big box stuffed with all the stuff in it. She's so funny. Anyway, so let's check out what I got. So the box is really heavy, but the company is called Purium. Let me know if you've heard of it. It's literally called the Transformation Company. My friend Bethany turned me on to this company. She is getting her regenerative health certification, and we kind of went through some stuff, and it's like my adrenals were they just needed a little bit of a break. You know, they are having some issues, maybe, according to her documents, right? And so what I ordered was based on her recommendation. And then I was like, well, I didn't know that I could partner with this company, and I trust her, and she's partnered with it. So that's where we're at, and I'm just going for it because, so according to what I learned from her, it's one of the only companies, if not the only one, where it's all regeneratively grown products. So everything that you get it's like you're taking whole food supplements. They don't use any plastic in their packaging. Like, here's my B Energetic. This is for my adrenals to give them a little help. Really, like, if you go online and read some of the reviews of this company, I mean, people have reported like life-changing results from this stuff, but really this particular cleanse that I'm doing helps with energy, digestion, sleep, and mood. So that's what it does. And I mean, again, the reviews people give, like, it's pretty amazing what this stuff can do. So let me go into talking about it. I don't even know what the heck I got, but it's giving me a little tracker so I can track my progress. If you see, it's like a blended up a bunch of food because that's what they use. It's all certified organic regenerative farming practices, so you get the highest nutritional value out of what you're taking. By the way, they don't just do cleanses, like they do ongoing support. They have like their 4 main products that I will share with you because I received those, and then I have some extra cleansing products just for the first month or 2 I'm doing the cleanse. And then you can go on their kind of like their maintenance program with their basic products that are like amazing. And but they also have other supplements and stuff like that. So I'm just like obsessed. I'm obsessed with everything that they have. So let's keep going. So it's regenerative farming practices. And so that means you're going to get the most nutrition out of what you're getting. It's in a gluten testing, so it's all gluten-free. Obviously no artificial stuff. On and on and on. Anyway, let's get into the product. So first we have this little, it's called the Biome Medic, and I'm gonna read you guys a little bit about it. So forgive me because I don't know everything about this stuff, but I'm gonna read it to you. I'm one of those people, like, Bethany's like a sister to me, and like if I trust you that much and you're telling me that something has helped you that much, I'm like, okay, sign me up, you know, if it resonates for me. Hold on 1 second. If it resonates for me, that's kind of how I roll. So I really sat with it, I meditated with it, and I'm like, yep, I want to do this. So this little product, this is one of their ongoing maintenance, and this is going to help you rid your gut of glyphosate. Do we know what that is? That's like the chemicals that are basically like in all, it's been proven now that we have this in our body. You know, it's the stuff that literally they spray on crops and stuff. Like you can't avoid it now. Like we just can't avoid it. We all have it in our bodies. And this product has been proven to help clear glyphosate and other things out of your body. Let me just read more. In the studies that they've done in just 6 weeks, it's a 74% reduction in glyphosate. So that's huge in my opinion. And then it's helping your gut at the same time. It's helping your digestive system. So going back to the trauma talk, you know, I grew up in a kind of a trauma-filled home. That's really like very, very hard on your digestion. Your gut, you know, like when you're scared, everything clenches, including your gut, and your digestion gets messed up. I mean, literally when we're in a fight or flight state, energy is going away from our digestion system into our arms and legs to prepare us to run or fight. And so, you know, living in that state year after year after year after year, many, 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 many years, living in high anxiety states like I did, that depletes your gut, okay? And this is where IBS symptoms come in and so on and so forth. So I've always had a very sensitive intestinal system. So I'm all about, I've always taken probiotics too. So I cut out all my probiotics and I'm just going to start taking these products because they kind of replace a probiotic, okay? I always say kind of, but I mean they do. They replace a probiotic. So it helps flush harmful toxins out of the body, like the glyphosate, and supports the good bacteria and protects your microbiome from GMO damage that we also kind of can't escape at this point. So it's detoxifying the harmful stuff while building up the good stuff within you, the good bacteria. It's a proprietary formula, and it's literally being studied on its effectiveness of pulling glyphosate out of your body. So, yeah. You're supporting a healthy gut lining and function, supporting cell nourishment through healthy absorption. So it's also helping you absorb, which is also, I know, a known thing for me. I do have one of the MTHFR gene mutations. Does anybody know what that is? Give me a thumbs up. I might be saying a bunch of stuff you don't know about. Maybe I'm talking about some things you do know about. But I got tested for that on 23andMe. I took that many years ago because of fatigue. I did a bunch of research and found out that MTHFR can be an issue. So one thing led to another, and it was like, get your 23andMe, and then you can download your raw data and upload it to the system, and it tells you everything about what you have going on in your DNA. Well, I have one of the two MTHFR gene mutations, and basically that, I'm laughing because they call it the motherfucker gene, because it really does mess with things. It messes with how you absorb nutrients, especially B vitamins, and it messes with your folate. And so it can lead to like you can be, malnourished in some ways. And it can also lead to fatigue and other issues, pain, chronic pain, that kind of thing. So I like to hit things in many different levels. So anyway, this is going to help with absorbing what you want to absorb, the nutrients and all of that, and clearing out the things you don't need, like glyphosate, and detoxifying. So, so glyphosate, because I was like, I better talk about what it is. It's been known to cause cancer, a cancer-inducing herbicide. It's prevalent. It's a prevalent weed killer. So, even if you don't spray your yard, but your neighbor sprays their yard, or if you live in the Midwest, they're spraying the crops all the time. It's basically found in 75% of our food and 90% of beer and wine. Interesting. I'm just reading this right from this book. It primarily affects crops with genetically modified seeds. It's also used on wheat, oats, barley, and the plants absorb these chemicals into their cells, making it ineffective to remove them by washing or cooking. So it's like, unless you're eating purely organic all the time, but even still, we all are probably carrying some glyphosate within us. So Biomedic is going to help remove glyphosate. Okay. So it's got a prebiotic. It's got chicory root fiber to help give more fiber so you can decrease inflammation. It's got a fulvic and a humic acid blend, which helps feed vital minerals directly into the gut. And then it's got probiotics as well. So that's that product. Let's see what else I have here. Oh yes, so you get several of these power shakes. Appleberry, this is Nourishing Greens. So I get 2 of those. And essentially this will be, I think for 1 month, this is like 2 of my meals a day while I'm on the cleanse. It's just while you're on the cleanse. And let's see what's in this bag. I'm opening up. Oh, the same thing. So you get 4 of these. So 4 of these last 1 month if you're doing twice a day. Then you get the super aminos. So these have all the aminos you need to take. Lysine, I can't say all these words. But the aminos you need to help your body move. I get a blender bottle so I can shake all this up. Luna, I need you to move. Thank you. She's being helpful today. Oh, let's see what's in this box, because I don't even know. Oh, this Apothecary. So this is their sleep support. It's an anti-aging sleep support. I mean, yes, please. I'll take that. It's organic sour tart cherry juice concentrate. It's a concentrate. And you take this before bed, and like literally all the comments talk about how much more energy people have and how much better their sleep is. So I'm on board for that. I'm really on board for that. So I get 2 of those, it looks like. So 2 of these cherry drinks to help me sleep. I'm going to be documenting my experience as I go with this. If you're just popping on, I ordered Purium, which is a company that's really all about transforming. It's all regeneratively grown products. You get the highest nutritional value. And I am starting a cleanse with them. They also just have products for different supplements if you'd like, but I'm going to start their cleanse, and then you do a maintenance after the cleanse is over. One product I did not mention is the Super Cleanse, and this is their parasite cleanse. And a lot of people get freaked out when you talk about parasites, especially in the United States. If you don't know me, I've traveled a lot of different places. Pretty much everywhere else in the world, they do parasite cleanses. For some reason in the United States, again, even when I bring this up to my fiance, he's like, well, we don't have those kinds of parasites here. And it's like, yeah, we do. Every place has parasites. Like, if you live with animals, some people say if you eat sushi, which I will not stop, can't stop, won't stop. But just being in the world, there's parasites. Okay, let's get over it. We have those in the United States. It's not a big deal. We don't have to make a big deal about it. And you don't have to do this all the time. This could be like something you do once a year or twice a year if you are feeling sluggish, or if I went to Thailand at the beginning of this year and I came back and I was just like, I just feel like something's off. Or if your body is having some sort of reaction, like you're more fatigued, or you're having some chronic pain or rashes or different kind of issues like that. So the Super Cleanse has black walnut hull, marshmallow root, clove, and wormwood. So this is all going to help pull parasites out. Sounds great, right? All right, so these are the main products that I am working with here. The Biomedic, this is going to help restore my gut and remove the glyphosate out of my body to remove the parasites. You take 2 of these shakes a day. They are chock full. I mean, if you look at the vitamin list, I don't know if you can even see that, but it's like crazy amounts of vitamins and minerals. Yeah, it's got a lot of good things in it. Anyway, I haven't tried any of this yet. This is purely, I've got my sleep remedy here, and then I've got the Super Amino 23. I'm just trying to read if there's anything to quickly say about the Super Aminos. This is going to aid in your normal body protein synthesis. It's going to support muscle strength, mass, endurance, and recovery. It's going to aid in keeping body tissues firm, helps minimize body fat, supports a weight loss regimen, and aids in tightening the skin during and after weight loss. Sounds crazy, right? Medical doctors use Super Amino 23 to maximize protein utilization, and Olympic athletes and fitness buffs around the world use it to increase muscle strength and endurance. So if you're working out, this will help you, but it's also just going to help your body. And help your skin elasticity. So, like, of course, who doesn't want that? So that's just a little bit to say. Okay, let's talk about this really quick. The cherry drink. This deepens sleep, combats free radical damage, beautifies skin, and creates a healthy response to inflammation. So that's another big thing, like as you enter perimenopause, which really they say you start around the age of 35. I know I've definitely been in it for a while, and I think it definitely plays into hormonal imbalances that I've had, as well as chronic fatigue. And certainly it plays into like waking up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. So it's definitely playing into those things. And from the research I've done about perimenopause, as you get more into perimenopause, inflammation increases. It's like your body just doesn't have the same ability to detoxify. It's easier to get inflamed, especially as women, because it's like our estrogen levels are dropping, and that's what keeps you looking young, you know? So it's like you want to get support. I want to get support to help me during this time. Again, I want to feel better now than I've ever felt before. That's my goal. And I've seen so many people do it. I know it's possible. I don't believe in this rhetoric that like, we get older and then everything just goes to hell. That's a belief system that you don't have to tap into, right? Definitely things change when you get older. You know, another person, I follow this woman on Instagram who talks about perimenopause. She's like, you just have to make, like, when you hit that age, you just have to start doing things differently. You have to start eating differently. You can't just eat, like, I've always been able to eat whatever I want, whenever I want. I've been lucky in that way, but you can't do that anymore. Like, you're gonna gain weight in areas, like I'm gaining weight in areas that I've never had a problem with in the past. So it's like you just can't do things the way you've always done them. You can't just eat gluten and dairy and whatever you want whenever you want. Like, you have to start changing things up as you get older. That's really the only thing about getting older that I'm tapping into. But I'm not going to go, oh my gosh, it's all downhill from here. No, bullshit. Like, I will be feeling better now than I've ever felt before, because I'm taking really good care of myself and supplementing where I need to and all of that. So that's kind of my journey. That's my why. I want to have the energy to be able to do my work in this world at a very high level. And so back to inflammation. So definitely as we get older and enter perimenopause, inflammation increases. And so we just want to make sure we're mitigating that. So being on an anti-inflammatory diet as much as possible. I'm not somebody that can be like, I'm never going to eat pasta ever again, or I'm never going to have cheese. That does not work for me. But I like percentages. It's like, what if you can be 95% on an anti-inflammatory diet, and then you have that 5% that you can play with and cheat with, and then it doesn't feel like this doom and gloom thing. But really watch your stories around aging and what you say, because that does not have to be true for you. Just because that's what everybody else around says, or that's how they feel, it doesn't have to be true for you. That's all I'm going to say about that. So if you're curious about my journey with Purium, let me know if you want to know more. If you want me to share more of my journey actually taking the products, because I haven't started taking them yet. This is 1 month, and then I think next month I either get the same amount of stuff or maybe a little bit less. I think I only do this for 1 month, the Parasite Cleanse. And it's just pills. How many do I take a day? 2 capsules in the morning and 2 midday. It's formulated to use over a 40-day period. So apparently I'm on this for 40 days. Okay, so you do a 10-day on, 20-day off, and then 10-day on again. So I only need 1 of these. Okay, this is the Parasite Cleanse. And then I do 2 of these shakes a day for a month, and then I think I go down to 1. I'm not sure, but this is one of their main products. The Biomedic, you stay on that because that's for getting glyphosate out of your body and healing your gut, which is just an ongoing process because most of us have leaky gut. And then this is also the main product. I think it's these 4. I'm not sure, but I think this is what I get next month. I'll let you know. But I'm going to let you know what I feel. So tomorrow will be day 1. Today, I will say my sleep has been a little bit rocky. Waking up usually every night between 2:30 and 4 a.m. and not getting the best sleep after I wake up, like being really kind of choppy sleep. So that's one of my main goals, is to sleep through the night. Another goal is more energy, and what else? Like smoother menstrual cycles, because those have been a bit challenging lately too. So those 3 things, balancing out my hormones more, that's my reason for doing this. So I'll share more probably on stories in Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to follow along with my journey, feel free to check out stories. I just wanted to do a live here today to share. And it's funny, I just thought of this. So tomorrow is a full moon. It's maybe tonight or tomorrow is a full moon. Full moon is one of the best times to start a Parasite Cleanse. And this just happened to come today. So taking that as a sign, it's a good time to release. So that's all. If you have any questions, if you're like, I'm curious, I want to know more, message me. I do now offer Purium, like I'm partnering with them. So you can order product through me. If you are interested, you can get this exact cleanse. Or if you're just like, I want to wait and see how it works for her before I commit, that's totally cool too. I will be sharing about it. All right. Thanks for being here if you were here, and hope to see you next time.